Thank you, Goldie, for that generous introduction, and good morning. It's amazing to be here today on this beautiful day in our nation's capital. I want to start off with a little story before I begin. A couple of weeks ago, the marketing team called me, and they said, Lisa, we got a great idea we want to talk to you about. I said, perfect, I love great ideas. So they said, we want you to do part of the keynote at AI Talks. Clearly, I said yes. Followed by, well, what do you need me to do? And their reply was, be inspirational. To which I replied, what? What the heck does that even mean? Inspirational, we're talking about AI. I've been in the government for almost 30 years. I don't even, I had this like heart palpitations and something I really struggled with for a couple of days. What is inspirational? And what could I tell you in 7 minutes about inspirational AI? Well, we're going to answer that in 7 minutes. Is the government inspirational? The fact of the matter is we've had some amazingly inspirational events, the signing of the Declaration of Independence, my personal favorite right now, the Artemis II rocket launch trip around the moon and landing. God bless NASA and those astronauts, hugely inspirational. And also we've got a major inspirational birthday coming up this July 4th, 250. But these are events, not services. Government service inspirational? The fact of the matter is that government service has always been shaped by technology. Government service has provided veterans with benefits. It's provided small business owners with loans. It's provided families with grants. And the systems we're building around today's AI technology will 100% define tomorrow's service delivery. Well, let's take a look at what that really means in a real-world city agentic era. So this is a shot of New York City. You guys have probably all been there, or a major city like Washington, D.C. It's typical. You've got a road with lines in the road. You've got cars, you've got people, you've got bikes, you've got street lights, you've got traffic lights, and my favorite, traffic cams. But look at all these things. Are they connected? Are they communicating? Not really, not all of them. But what about tomorrow and tomorrow's AI-centric government? What is the first thing you notice on this slide? I'm actually going to tell you. There are no lines in the road. You still have cars, they're autonomous. You have autonomous robots, you have autonomous delivery systems. You still got the people. But guess what's different about this picture? Everything is communicating together. Perhaps your cars are communicating with the traffic lights. Perhaps your autonomous vehicles are communicating with the street lights. And Lord only knows what's communicated with the traffic cameras, perhaps the cars as well. But this is close to being reality in the near future. Now, speaking of futures, we see 3 major trends at Salesforce around AI. I'm going to talk about them. Number 1, simulation environments. Just like an F1 driver, if you've ever seen the F1 movie, an F1 driver trains to drive an F1 car, or the astronauts train to fly the Orion ship around the moon. They did it in a sim environment. This is what you need to do with your agents. You've got to stress test these agents in a simulation environment. We're doing that at Salesforce. Our customers and our partners are doing it as well. As a real-world example, and the IRS, please forgive me, you do not want to deploy an IRS tax agent at the height of tax season before you stress test it. Not a great idea. The second is ambient intelligence. This is always on, always listening. We're doing this today at Salesforce. I use this every single day, and I really like it, and I'm going to tell you how we use it. So ambient intelligence, always on, always listening. So our customer success group, they're responsible for the success of all of our customers around the world. Now, they have to deal with a lot, not just product stuff, open requests, maybe things about the customer, their usage, their rates, stuff like that. It's a lot of information. Well, they use ambient intelligence to give them that information as they're having conversations internally. It's absolutely incredible. The third, and this is my favorite, agent-to-agent interactions. If you've ever applied for a healthcare claim with your insurance agent, you know how painful that is, having recently done this. It's phone calls and paperwork and conversations, and it is a lot of work and time. What if in the future, your healthcare agent can talk to your insurance agent, and they can actually take that claim 90 to 95% of completion before a human has to get in the loop? Think about the efficiencies and the time saving with just this. Does that make us inspirational? I don't know. It's pretty cool, right? It's definitely pretty cool. But let me give you a real-world example. It's not new news that we're all trying to achieve in the US energy dominance. That's really hard when the permitting application is 50 pages long. It takes 257 days to process across 5 different agencies that have to approve this. What if Agentforce could create an AI-centric front door where a citizen could actually apply for a permit, and Agentforce is actually going to take this permit, and it's going to do all of the checks, making sure all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, all the forms are uploaded. Actually, we missed a form. You saw it maybe in red. Agentforce is uploading that right as I speak. Now, what Agentforce is going to do, it's going to take this form, and it's now going to transfer this form to the governing bodies, these 5 agencies. So we're presented with an operational view of all of these permits from city, county, state, zip code, whatever you need. But what Agentforce is doing, it's going through and making sure every single, this actual application is approved by every single agency related to their specific guidance and their rules. Now, the agencies were in the boxes across the screen. The one in orange was EPA. So what we were able to see was EPA was holding that application at this time. Now, let's pretend that this application has gone through to its 5th agency and is now ready for a human to intervene. So let's pretend I'm a government employee and I'm new, right? I can see here that Agentforce has gone through the entire complete checklist. Everything looks great, but this SPCC form highlighted in yellow. Not great, not uploaded. But I'm new. So I'm kind of trying to say, can I actually submit this? I don't know. So instead of going to my coworker, trying to find my boss, or trying to look it up myself, I simply ask Agentforce, can I submit this form without this permit, without this form? What Agentforce is telling me is that no, you cannot. It's giving me the very specific legalese and business process justification for why I cannot submit the form. But so think about this from an efficiency standpoint. We took an application that literally almost takes an entire year to complete, from weeks and months down to days and weeks. Now, in an implementation standpoint, I do have to say this for this audience, we would, of course, put business rules and workflows behind this so that you couldn't submit the form. But the point I want you to think about is the efficiencies that Agentforce is providing, not just to this agency, but to the citizen as well. And we're doing this with our agentic enterprise architecture. Layering on top of whatever LLM you want to bring to the party is our system of context. So your data has to have context. Your LLM could be the best in the world, but it's not going to know the difference between a passport, a driver's license, and a social security card. So you need a system of context, followed by a system of work. Now, these are all the applications that you need to run your business or in your enterprise. They don't have to be Salesforce. They could be third party. Followed by number 3, a system of orchestration. System of agency. I like to call it a system of orchestration. It's much like a conductor conducts an orchestra. You apps are going to handle this, you're going to handle this, and you guys are going to bring this home to complete this permitting application. And then the last one, number 4, is a system of engagement. This is my personal favorite. This is where you saw Agentforce coming in and interacting with that government employee. This is things like Slack, where Agentforce and Slack can actually see into all that data, all the context about the data, the business rules, the workflows, and the applications. I'm going to leave you with two last points. Seeing what you saw in the last 7 minutes, albeit a bit fast, I'll tell you this. Citizen service will 100% be shaped by agentic technology. And that agentic technology is going to make things better for me, you, your friends, and your family. So I'm going to end where I started, with the question that plagued me for days. And I will tell you, is government inspirational? My answer to you is 100% yes, it is.